how was it when Steelo came out and it hits the charts and does so well? I mean, and most of us will remember, that type of 95 to 97 where before hip hop came and destroyed
Yeah.
our industry. But there was so much competition, so many great artists out there, and to be able to make headway is not an easy thing because there were so many great groups that just disappeared.
True.
So when
Yeah.
Steelo, even though we had Missy doing her thing, but it's still, it's still made out. Were you surprised how successful you guys, for your first single?
Honestly, it all happened so freaking fast.
Are you serious?
Woo! It was just, I mean, because literally my entire senior year, we recorded that album.
Wow.
We would go to school, sometimes leave on weekends, sometimes leave during the week, do homework in between takes, fly back. Right after I graduated, I'd say, I don't even know if it was a full 3 months. From the day I got my high school diploma, I was moved to New York and we started prepping to do that video. We did all the album photo shoots for the artwork, and we did the video in New York because that's where the label was. The label flew us out, and I literally moved to New York right after I graduated high school, and finished the album, and everything just took off. We shot the video, and I feel like I graduated in May. I moved to New York around maybe August. And I feel like we shot the video in September and Steelo, the album came out in October.
Wow.
This is 96, because I graduated in May of 96 and the album came out like October of 96 or something like that. So it was just, and then I had no expectations. Again, I'm just fulfilling a job, a position, I'm just singing. I'm doing what I love. I'm loving singing. I'm loving this experience, but I'm not even thinking about what's to come. What am I expecting? What's going to come from this? I wasn't thinking about any of that. That hadn't crossed my mind. And it just took off. It just took off. To this day, I've been asked this question my whole life. And I'm still like, I don't know. I don't know how I felt. I was excited, but I was in shock. I think it was just, it was surreal. It happened really fast. And then December, we were on tour. So that's October. By December, we were opening up for New Edition for a 33 city tour. Yeah, their home again tour.
I saw you guys in Milwaukee.
Did you really? Oh,
yes,
Lord.
Because that's still my greatest tour because Blackstreet was on it.
Yes, that was so fun. Oh, that was so
fun. My favorite tour. Yeah. The whole all six of them, and Bobby comes out and does his stuff. Johnny,
we saw some stuff. Now I can write a book on that tour.
Oh, goodness.
It was wild, but it was so much fun. And I was, just grateful to have that opportunity and for Mike, to give us that opportunity and put us on stage.
Yeah.
That being our first album and being able to open up for that tour was major. And again, full circle, because, like I said, that was my first concert as a kid at 7, New Edition. And, I'm like, now I'm opening for New Edition. And I was like 17, like 10 years later, you know what I mean? It was just like, wow. Like,
but how safe was it for you? Did you have a nanny to look after you guys? I mean, these 3 young girls with all these guys.
Not. This is why all of us are nuts. No. No, we had, of course, the girls, they're sisters. Same mom, same dad. And their brother-in-law was our manager. And so he was on the road with us. Their other sister, their older sister, his wife, would come on the road. She was like road manager. Then sometimes my mom would come here and there. Their mom would come here and there. So they would rotate. But the parents, that was short-lived. Okay. As years went on, as time went on, we just had management. And by then, And that's the scary part, because everything's accessible. You can do what you want to do, really. I mean, everything's around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get alcohol, drugs, I'm sure. I mean, I never saw like drugs, like hard drugs, but the point is, I'm sure if I was like wild and just ready to try something, I'm sure I could have figured out. Somebody would probably got it for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's so scary. Like, thinking back, and now, God, I can imagine having a kid in the industry now, but I'm so grateful that, I was raised the way that I was, and that God covered me and kept me.
Yeah.
Because it's wild out there. Was I perfect? Hell no. I'm young and we've got all of this stuff happening and the success. Then you go back to feeling yourself and you think like your little stuff doesn't stink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, but I'm so glad we all three of us were we never, we were, God, Lord bless our hearts. We were so, I don't know what you call us, but we were the girls that when they would ask, the promoter would be like, okay, I want to take you guys out to dinner. Where do you want to go? I want to take you to a nice restaurant. We're like, oh no, it's okay. We'll just have Taco Bell. Like every city, I kid you not, we ate Taco Bell, Wendy's, or KFC.
Okay, at least it's not McDonald's then.
Well, if that's all that was around, I'm sure we probably had McDonald's a lot over in the UK, honestly. So we were just like clueless, and green, and we never fully took advantage of all the travel, and I don't know, I think we were all just kind of, like I said, just sheltered in our own ways and didn't even realize just the massiveness of what was happening. I don't think so. And I mean, because every time you look up, we're just photo shoots, interviews, studio, repeat, so. Yeah, you get excited, you buy that house and that car for your mom, whatever. You buy your first little car, you do stuff like that, and then it might hit you like, oh, okay, okay, I can get a little car. Ooh, I made it. But but there's so much stuff that you're not taught, and there's so much stuff that you don't know, and it's so many things that either you can take for granted or that people can take advantage of.
Yeah.
So,
were you writing?
No, not the first and second album. We wrote all the time, but there was Motown never really allowed us to write the first and second album. We have songs that we wrote that weren't on the album. The only time we got to write on the album was the very last album, the Start album.
So I interviewed El DeBarge, and can you imagine after he'd already had hits with the DeBarge, All This Love and Time Revealed, when he came out with his solo album, Motown didn't allow him to write on his solo album, and he's already had these hits. So there was
what is that? Oh,
yeah, I mean, El DeBarge, who'd written all these hits, he wasn't
right.
allowed
He's
by
El DeBarge. How dare you tell me can I write? That
so
doesn't even happen to me.
So when you think about what they not let you guys write and hey everyone, I want to thank you for being part of Halftime Chats. This new update is really about our membership, and I'm really excited to be able to fully launch the membership page. There will be things like full interviews from day one. As soon as the interview drops, you get access to it without any ads on it. There'll be some exclusive member-only videos that will just be some behind-the-scenes stuff and some other things that we will never be broadcast. For some members, you can be able to get actually 2 interviews, because I do have a backlog of almost 7 or 8 interviews that I don't even know when I'm going to be able to broadcast them. So you're able to get at least some of those up front, and some just behind the scenes stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes that I have never been able to talk about or release. For everyone else, the videos will still be the same. Over a week or a week and a half or 2 weeks, depending on how long it is. So everything stays the same. The polls stay the same. The community chats, the community stuff stays the same. But I think with the membership stuff, I'm able to add a little bit more and invest a lot more time and energy in really supporting the members. So I do hope you come on that ride with me. I appreciate the support, and this will just help me continue to invest in taking things to the next level. Take care.